So it's the next morning, guys. I got my oil pan gasket right here. This is the part number, in case anyone's wondering, for the B series. I already went ahead and installed all my rod and main caps with the bearings. I went ahead and plastic gauged it. When I did this with these ARP main studs, I didn't know that you actually had to get a line hone in order to do that. It's actually a higher torque spec than the factory. I'm gonna save these for another engine that I'm gonna be putting in the Teggy, probably down the road, higher horsepower. So I'm gonna put those away. I already have everything assembled here. I did this all last night after I came home from a 16-hour shift. I already went ahead and put my oil pump, the rear main seal, and I put gasket maker. So now I'm gonna put the oil pan gasket. Just gonna put some gasket on these crevices right here. This gasket right here is the rubber and metal layer, so it won't have the squishing like the normal flimsy ones do. So I have my Moroso pan on. I bought this used, so it is a little bit beat, but it still works fine. It has the AN fitting actually still in here, so that's a plus. Yeah, I'm gonna put in the bolts real quick. The bolts he supplied me, he gave me some weird ones. I don't know what the heck. These are like Harbor Freight ones or something. This is how they're supposed to look, and this is the one he gave me. It does not look the same. So I'm gonna go get my bolts real quick. My bolts for the other pan are still good, so yeah. Alright, so I finished torquing down the oil pan. So I'm going to actually bring the whole engine, because right now I'm inside my house, and I'm going to bring the whole thing outside because it's been raining this weekend and I didn't want to leave it outside in the elements. So yeah, I'm going to take this outside. Put some RTV on the water pump. I know the inside's kind of dirty, but that's whatever. I'm not really gonna clean that. Should be fine. I'm gonna put this on right now and then put the bolts in hand tight, so that way I give this like probably like an hour to actually torque it down, and then I'm gonna let the engine sit for about a day, and then yeah, I'll get back to you guys. I have my compressor hooked up. I do not have the pulley tool to hold this in place. So I'm just gonna be torquing it down like that as much as it can go. I have everything put on here: tensioner, water pump, the oil pump, the pulley right there for the timing belt, and then I got the crankshaft position sensor. I bought a new one from O'Reilly's. That was the only place that had it in stock at the moment. So yeah, I'm gonna put on the pulley now. Just finished putting on the crank pulley, and I'm gonna put on this bracket mount right here for the engine mount. So engine spins really good. Yep. Spins really good. Well, I am stupid because I forgot to put on the belt before the pulley, and there's no way for you to put it on after. I thought there was, but I guess not. So I had to take it back off, put it back on, so now it's all back together. So I bring my engine back here again to the back of my house. Pretty much the bottom end is assembled already, it's done. I just need to do the top end now. I have Brian Crowder dual valve springs with the retainers, and then I have SuperTech valve seals, and then I also have SuperTech valve seats. So yeah, I'm gonna put these in. So before that, I'm gonna be lapping the valves with some valve grinding compound. It's a pretty tedious process. Pretty much what you're gonna do is, I've already done it a little bit, as you can kind of see right here. I only did like 3 of them, to be honest, but I need to do all of them. I'm gonna get something to eat real quick because I haven't ate anything since the morning time, like at 7:30 or 8, and it's about like 3 o'clock right now. So yep, I'm gonna go do that real quick. Alright guys, just finished lapping my valves. I took off the tip off the little tool right there, and I stuck it on my drill because it was taking way too long. So I ended up using this, and it helped a lot. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take these back out. I'm gonna spray some brake cleaner on here, and then I'm gonna start assembling the valves, the dual valve springs, and the seats and the retainers and all that. So yeah. So guys, I brought my head into one of the rooms in my house because it is pretty cold outside now, so I'm not trying to do this in the cold. Anyways, I'm gonna start putting in the valve seats. I bought this tool online and it's pretty nifty. It has everything you need to change out the valve springs, but this is only for a non-VTEC. There is also another version for a VTEC. I don't know if you can see. It's for LS only. Yeah, I'll show you guys how to use it right now. I have my Brian Crower retainer set up. I have the split locks for the retainer already inside. It's a little tip, and what you go ahead, you do, just go ahead and drop that in there. You go ahead and drop it in there, you see? And then what you're gonna do, so you have that ready, like this. Here's the tool set up, and then what you're gonna do is you're gonna get this little bucket piece, and you're gonna put it right there, and there's a little space so you can see your split locks for the retainer, and you can go ahead and install it. I'm gonna go ahead and do everything so you guys don't have to see the whole process, because it probably will take a little bit. Finally got the Brian Crower springs and steel retainers put on, as you can see. BC. So this took me a long time. This took me a couple hours because it's my first time using that tool. It's still kind of tough even with that. So now that I have this assembled, I'm probably gonna wait till tomorrow to actually put on the cams and the rockers. And yeah, just finished installing my head gasket. I put, as you can see, some copper spray. I put in the camshaft. I also have this Skunk 2 cam cap right here, pretty nice. Just gonna go ahead, I already torqued down my ARP head studs. Some ARP head studs right here, as you can see, down in there. I got the studs. I'm gonna torque down the cam caps, and then I'll get back to you guys after. Hey guys, I'm back. Last where we left off, I think I was talking about I finished putting the head gasket with the copper spray. It was a JE Pro Seal. For those that are interested, here's the part number. This is Pro Seal, and then the part number is this. I lined up this mark right here on the pulley for the crankshaft with this little mark for the oil pump. I don't know if you can see, little right there, the little line. And then what you do is that you have your up position up here on each camshaft, And then there will be 2 lines right here, and if you can see, they also line up with the head of the block. And then there's also going to be these holes where you can fit. I have an Allen key and a screwdriver, so you can help hold it in there, so it doesn't move anywhere while you're trying to do your timing. So see the new camshaft seals I put on yesterday in the back. I have everything ready to go. I just need to finish tightening this, and then I'm gonna put on the cover, tighten it, and yeah, ready to go.